Hello, everyone. I bet you most likely were looking for doing, Splatoon 3. That's going to be later because The Simpsons come on tonight. So, either way, we're here to talk about Miraculous. Special thanks to NA Book Girl to tell me about this new feature. But first things first, we got to talk about the other thing in the room, which is the fact of, and sadly, I can't even find it. But hey, you see that? People want to end the show, 14 episodes. That's what we're going to talk about in a moment. What we really need to talk about, which I can't find a video. So since I can't find a video, it equals you're just gonna have to take my word for it, slash you most likely already saw it. So someone wanted to be a complete jerk moron, but more the fact that they just came up with a good question of being like, and sadly there are some issues because if we go with their scenario, things just don't add up. We have to really lean towards if this was actually possible. So here's their scenario, and then here's how it doesn't really work out, and then we'll talk about how exactly can it not even be averted, be averted. So, anyways, so basically, the person proceeded to do the scene where I think it was episode season 5, where you had Marinette and Adrian. First time ever, they fell asleep and they were actually near each other, kind of like couple like, and the girls are like, oh. Then someone decided to throw in Omni Man in front of their quote unquote train. And well, you know what happens. Omni Man with his son Mark, Invincible. If you don't know what happens in season 1, well, that train gets obliterated and everyone in it gets destroyed, mutilated. So here we are to the crazy part of where it's like, oh, okay. So how exactly would that work out? First things first, before we actually talk about how it most likely get averted, we'll talk about the things that don't add up because we want to be funny, but the thing is that if you're being funny, do it where it actually is. Omni Man versus Mark, that fight happened, or should I say Nolan versus Mark, or Omni Man versus Invincible, that happened in Chicago. They're in Paris. That's the thing where it's like, yep, that most likely won't happen because, well, do you think they actually will go to a different country to fight? No. I guess that's the funniest part. No. Even Conquest happened. This was season 3. Conquest happened. Did he do the same exact thing? Be like, I go to another country and destroyed people. No. He went to another freaking part of freaking America and did not so crap. And I was saying while he was doing it, Omni Man did it first. Omni Man did it first. This is no stupid surprise. Omni Man did it first, which equals, dude, you can't top him because he did it first. So all this funny things like, I'll show you, Mark. I'll show you my enjoyment by going through lots of people on the beach. Omni Man already did it with people on the train, so you're late to the party. If you really wanted to go first, you needed to beat up Omni Man, knock him out, then do it, and then you'll be the first one doing it, and we'll be like, oh my gosh, the travesty, the humanity. So let's say the crazy part is that even though it's like, again, it's in Chicago, not New York, they did it on the trip where we saw when they went to New York. It's like, okay, well, that could work. It could work, but that means that they have to go from Chicago to New York, which, if I'm correct, they were in New York. I'm not sure. Sorry, sue me. But it's like, let's just say if their fight did actually happen in New York, there's only one extra messed up part about it. They never took the subway when they were in New York. Marinette, Adrian, whole entire class did not take the subway. So it equals to where it's like, yeah. And plus, I'm pretty sure that might have been the subway they were on, or that was a bus. Either way, it's like, so that's why there's holes in the whole thing being like, oh, well, this scenario, can it happen? No, because they did not go to another country. They stayed in America. So, with that said, let's go with the crazy part of, let's say it did happen. Let's say they did go to Paris and or the class for some reason decided to visit Chicago. It's like, do people really? from other countries really actually come to Chicago and have a visit there? I'm pretty sure it's New York City, or Washington, D.C. Chicago, sure, maybe, but I'm pretty sure, Orlando, perhaps Miami, uh, California, Hollywood, California. Chicago's like kind of bottom of the list of people, you know, but let's say they did. And let's say it happened, and they were in the subway, and oh, good Lord. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure because I was born in Chicago, so and I've been there many times. Yes, there was one. There is a subway car that goes underground. It's like, okay, good. I'm glad you do remember that. Good boy. You remember that. Good boy. But it's like, wait, weren't they actually in New York first? It's like, no, well, whatever. The only messed up part is that they never went on the subway train, and they're in Paris. So too bad. Anyways, let's just say the scenario happened. What exactly would happen in this case? Does that mean Marinette and Adrian, both of the miraculous holders, are dead? Everyone else who were heroes as well are dead. All the heroes except for Luca, who doesn't actually go to school there, I believe. So Luca's the only one there. And I was at this point, Bonix is now in the freaking time hole. So in that case, you have to actually now understand that we already saw how it happened. But the question will be two things. Is this a crisis moment where it should happen and it's supposed to happen and then there we go? Or is this is something that happened that's like, yeah, this isn't supposed to happen, we gotta fix it. So if it doesn't supposed to happen and we gotta fix it, that means that most likely they would have went to Marinette and said, hey, something's about to happen. We might need to get you all off the train. Good idea. Everyone just get off the train or close down the train. Or it's like, even the conductor's like, I don't even know. It's like, they would all have to tell everyone to get out of the subway cart. They all have to get out. Everyone get out. And as soon as everyone get out, then you can do that whole thing with like, oh yes, Mark here. But it's like it's an empty cart. They just send an empty cart for you to do stuff Omni Man. And thus the day is saved. It's like, yeah, thus the day is saved. But it's like, if you really want to go physical and go real crazy now and be like, not only that they got out, but they want to stop Omni Man, which is like, that's not their jurisdiction. They don't really need to do that. But it's like, yeah, if they have to do it, they most likely will. And then, of course, you know what's going to happen. Monarch is going to be a complete jerk and be like, Omni Man, I see you're dealing with some magical people. Let me help you get some powers to help you combat that. It's like, oh, freaking, oh, what the Oh my gosh, would you get out of here? Omni Man is already powerful enough. And hopefully Omni will be like, I don't need this. He just shrug it off. He's like, oh, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find someone else. And then what? He's gonna go for Mark. It's like, oh, good Lord, don't you dare go for Mark. It's like, oh, frick. But it's like, if he does go for Mark, then Mark will be held by Ladybug and Cat Noir. However, as soon as his dad is, immobilized, he will have to go against those two, and it's like, oh no. It's like, oh no, Invincible, don't do that. Oh no, don't do that, Invincible. Don't do this. No. It's like, yeah, it's like I would hope that Mark is like shrug him off too. It's like, yeah, they both just shrug him off. But because it's like, hey, I got two people to help me. It's like, why do I need a third? It's like, it'll be the more the merrier, but I'm like, eh. But let's just say the fact of where it's like they have to get people off the train, and I think that's all they can do. The only other crazy part is that what if they see it happening and they're like Tiki spots on, and of course Plaid claws out, and it's like, oh, revealed identity, but it's like they're about to die. They had no choice but to do it because they were about to die. It's like, yep. So it's the end of that time. It's like it's the end of the identity being blocked because Omni Man's right here. And it's like, how would they even stop him? Would they actually use the pole? He's like, yeah, Cat Noir uses pole to stop Omni Man when it comes to. Well, he had. mark like this, with his face like that. So it's like, ooh, that would be a horrible thing. I don't know how that would work. The only other thing that could happen is that he just decides to do cataclysm and everything goes down. That means that everyone will fall down to the ground, and Omni Man, who's trying to use the force of the subway train, will be like, "What the hell? It just disintegrated." It's like, yeah, it's like it just disintegrated. Of course, Marinette needs to also do Lucky Charm just to make sure that the subway cars are gonna get destroyed either way. So it's like, it's all right. It'll be crazy if she does use Lucky Charm and try to stop Omni Man, even though it's like, well, Omni Man is not Hikumatized, so what exactly can you do? But again, the thing that was supposedly looked at is could Marinette and Adrian, along with everyone in the subway car, to be saved? And it's like, yes, because Bonnix will most likely come beforehand and most likely say that, hey, something's about to happen. I know I don't really do this, but it would actually cause the death of you and everyone else. But it's like, we might as well make sure everyone gets out. It's like, yeah, so everyone get out of the subway car. Who knows? They might just keep the Americans in there. It's like this, the poor Americans will still die. But hey, at least the good news is that the French students who actually came here is still alive. Thumbs up. It's like, yeah, but I'm like pretty sure they'll be nice enough to say that everyone get out of the cart. As for the conductor, I don't know. It's like the conductor is basically screwed, but I'm pretty sure the conductor might actually live through this. Or it's like, is there an automatic system? Again, it's like if there's an automatic system, it'll be great, but it's like we don't know. It's like, yeah, he just stopped right there and everyone's just not gonna get on the subway cart. And it's like, yeah, it sucks. And like maybe there's some who actually are stupid enough to be like, because New Yorkers, they'll still get in there anyways, even they're like, stop, stop, don't go in there. This cart is bad. The cart won't move. The cart is gonna die, get destroyed. Like, don't do it. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah. It's like, how would you really be able to do it though? It's like, I think what will have to happen is that Marinette has to become Ladybug, even though it's like that's gonna be hard. I think Bonix has no choice but to be the hero in this. Because there's no way what the sounds like a mosquito somewhere around here. But there's no way how, they can't sneak out and become heroes and they're like, why are you in America? It's like, oh dang it. It was like, yeah, so but Bonix is able to be the hero for a moment and basically say, hey, everyone, do not get on this subway cart. Everyone do not get on it. Then lives will be saved, and Omni-Man will be like, "What the hell?" It's like either Omni-Man will still be using the force of it, and it's like the subway car will still get destroyed, or B, the subway car is just gonna be right there, and then he's like, I think he's gonna go forward anyways, and then he just goes through the subway cart with no one in it. He's like, everyone's like, "What the heck has happened?" It's like, "Yep," but everyone need to get evacuate from there in the first place. It's like, yeah, because like, oof. But I'm pretty sure if it really gets very, very messed up, Ladybug and Cat Noir will show up and will save more people who gets devastated by the Chicago fight or whatever you want to call it. There you go. Hopefully that actually was a nice little thing to say because, well, someone had to be a jerk and I just wanted to give my 2 cents to it. Or should I say two miraculous? Anyways, let's see what we got here though. People want the show to end, and Thomas just said something crazy, which is he wants it to last for 14 seasons. We're on season 6 right now. Um, What are my 2 cents on that? Or should I say two miraculous? I would say that I think season 6 is a good victory run. Definitely an awesome victory run. If they do one more, I think it will be cool, and you could end it right there. However, it's like, am I really the one to talk to say that, oh, you can't do 14 seasons, considering I'm a Simpsons fan, and I told a few people who were like, yeah, Simpsons need to get canceled. Simpsons needs to be gone. I'm like, if the Simpsons go away, I'm going to destroy this world. I'm going to destroy my country first and go after many others. Do you really think that I it's a good idea that for you to let Simpsons to die, for me to go completely insane and turn into a criminal mastermind? Look at Scary Movie, you freaking nut jobs. In Scary Movie, they revealed how messed up it is that canceling TV shows is to a person's psyche. Both of those became killers. I would most likely go completely and utterly insane since the Simpsons are gone, and I most likely will burn the world on fire. And no, it's not just to start a flame in your heart. I really actually will set the world on fire when the Simpsons are gone. Because I don't have anything else left. Michael Jackson's gone. The Simpsons are the closest thing next that I had for the longest time with me. So you think that the Simpsons should get canceled? And make me go completely utter insane and destroy the world? But yeah, in the other situation, I believe that I will gracefully be okay if the Simpsons go, considering they did so much stuff and it started to bite me. It's like I have two bite marks for 2 years already. Well, the first year, and then it's like, yeah, it's like I think there's like a few bite marks right now, and it's like, well, then I would still hate it for them to go, and I would start hating the world even more if it's when it's gone. That's for Miraculous. It's like Miraculous, I think I'm all right with it, but for it to be 14 seasons, I kind of need to see exactly your layout, even though it's like that'll be spoilers. But I'm like, I want to see if you have a full plan for this. If you have a full actual plan for all 14 seasons, I would say, okay, cool, you can proceed. But if he has nothing and he just says that, oh, I can just do it for 14 seasons, well, yeah, he has nothing for season 17, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like, dude, you don't really need it. I don't think you need it. I'm fine with you having this victory lap. And then you'll have the next season as well for the final season because I'm cool with it. And plus 7 is the number of completion or something. So it's like I'm cool with Miraculous ending. I thought it would end at season 5 and be like that and be like, oh yes, and then there's a new monarch, and of course we know who it is, and that's where it ends. Goodbye, everybody. And it's like, because now it's left to our imagination how messed up, Monarch is. And considering they're adults, that means that Lila or whatever her name is, she has been freaking Monarch for like, I mean, sorry, Hawkmoth for 7, not 7 years, for 8 years, apparently, I guess. So yeah, then how long was the original one? I think for 5 years. So she's able to beat him within 3 years. So and she still keeps going though. She still keeps going. So it's like it's lovable where it's like, man, I'm cool with just doing that. It's like, yeah, that people just start making lots of fun stuff up about, people that they face, all to do acclimatizations and how Lila would be hopping off and how she does things. But well, we got that reveal of how she actually works and operates. We got that. So all I can say for the rest is that hold on, I'm just trying to wake this thing up still. Okay. All I can say for this extra part, which hold on, let me just do something real quick. There you go. Oh, one person kind of looked at it. Let's finish this up, shall we? I will just say that when it comes to Miraculous basically getting to season 14, you don't really need it. I think season 7 would be a good end to it because it's like we can use our imaginations for how Hawkmoth works. Now, unless you're going to have something very, very cool to do, which I doubt it. And I doubt you're going to do something crazy, which is Lila goes to America, steals a miraculous, and now she has two miraculouses. There you go. It's like, oh no, don't do that. But it's like, let me just do one side note. How come you didn't have like the two other ones that you introduced within? It's like, you got three. You got three specials. It's weird that you don't have any spin-offs from those 3 specials. It's kinda weird, though. You got the Americans, you got China, sorry to say that, and then you got London in quotations? It's like, yeah, it's like, wait, hold on. It's like the opposite world. I would say the opposite world. I would kind of like to see the opposite world. You know, the opposite world, you most likely will just turn him into a bad guy anyways. And it's like, oh, you jerk. It's like, it's either that or hopefully you'll be cool and be like, oh, the Peacock Miraculous is not broken in that time. And well, since he's a good guy and now Ladybug Cat Noir is a good guy, all that's left is the muck who are running amok, no pun intended, on their freaking thing, and they have to go against and defeat him or her. I don't know. Let's do 14 seasons. I mean, I won't be against it. I won't, and considering, Power Rangers, they went on for 30 years. They're trying to come back. Hasbro, you're a jerk. It's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, what else you want to do? And like, yeah, I think you'll be fine, I guess. I don't know. They, 14 years, 14 years now. It's like 14 years for Miraculous. 14 years. I'm like, mm, I don't really think I'm gonna continue doing this. It's like, yeah, it's like, unless, YouTube will stop being a jerk, get me out of the blacklisting, then I get thousands of views or something, and then it's like, hey, this kind of actually will be. It's like I'm not trying to go profitable. All I'm doing is just maybe perhaps it can get funded to where it's like you can get better freaking quality, you know? But 14 years, it's like unless it's like it might have to be good, okay? Of course, I might just drone on and keep going year by year. We'll have to see. But I would say 7 seasons is good enough. I don't know why the first like yeah, I was like, hold on, let me this like fans are mad about it. 14 seasons. Like, yeah, it's like fans are mad about it. Hold on, let's see. So where did it come from? It's like, yeah, where did it come from? Where's the main source? I don't know where the main source is coming from though. That's the messed up part. Is like, dude, where's the? It's like, yeah, it's like, where did you get it from, folks? I kind of need to know where you got it from. Like, it's cool to react to it, but I don't think I see where it originally was said. It's like the only thing I could see is just this Reddit, and it's like, hmm. 8 or 10. It's trash. It's like again, where did you get it from? That's my only question. It's like, where did you get it from? Yeah, I don't even know where they got it from. So we will have to see how this plays out, though. We will have to see because I don't know. Oh, look at you. You get to use footage and use 4K, but if I use footage, I won't get that at all. I guess like if I use footage, oh yeah, I'll get hounded. I'll get hounded to 100%. So good for you, I guess. Anyways, yeah, hopefully that actually was nice. But yeah, I mean, if he's able to do it though, it's like, yeah, I kind of need to see exactly where his head's at, and he might do 14 seasons. However, I'm like, do one more, and we'll be done with it. I guess 8 could be cool too, but I'm just saying that this is your victory lap. The extra one is just a nice little double tap, and then you're done. If you have more and you actually show that you can definitely give us some good stuff, then do it. I think you should actually just do summarizations of season 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you do that, then people might actually be okay with it. If you don't, this is where I'm like, again, I need to actually get an understanding. Don't give me an understanding. Then I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing 14 seasons, okay? Because I don't think you could do it. It's like I don't think you could do it. I'm just saying that it seems kind of unstable. There's many people who are saying that season 5 was season 6 is beginning to be like and it's like you had Adrian revert back a little bit. You have Marinette reverting back a little bit. That was some complaints that some people had. And I'm like, I'm cool with it, but you gotta at least have something there. If you just want to do it just to be doing it, that's no reason to do something. So, anyways, I wish that you weren't doing this and Hasbro was like, oh, yeah, we're gonna keep doing it even more. It's like, yeah, because they stopped at season, in quotations, the fifth season. It's like, yeah, they started the fifth season where it's like there was gonna be some hardships that was coming very soon. After they do the other ones where it's like they would have so many hardships. So, anyways, I'll be back with the game.